Hello, surprise. I'm going to try to invest in a daily thing, and I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible because sometimes it's nice to have some semi quick things, at least a half an hour or under. So, this is going to be the return of the daily drama. And usually the daily drama consisted of, back when I started the channel, it consisted of romantic situations. This one I'm doing for collective. I may or may not do a romantic version to see what the daily drama is, but again, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is for the collective, right? This deals with world events, home life stuff, job stuff, it obviously it affects your personal life because the outside world will creep in once in a while, as we've seen since 2020. So this is going to be an overview here for the day. This is just for the day, with some advice and some advice down here, right? So I'm not doing reversals. This is just kind of what to focus on, or words of encouragement, or trying to again look at things from the positive side, whatever that may be, or to try to again integrate the positive as much as possible. Um, and we have some advice over there, and then I also have some songs for the collect. I'm always getting songs, so I got some songs for the collective as well from Spirit. And then we'll pull whatever other randoms we can. I'm again trying to keep it short. So if I feel like things are going too long, then I will probably not pull too many extras. But anyway, and I didn't even say who we are. But of course you know who we are because you can see who we are. Yeah, it's the lighthouse. Um, so let us begin with the overview message, which is not for you. So some people might be feeling, this shit ain't happening. Whatever's going on in the world right now, this shit ain't happening. How it's affecting my life, this shit ain't happening. This is not what I want. This is not how it should be. This is just, bullshit. So let us see what not for you is. Obviously, we're feeling, again, unhappy with the current circumstances of life and how it's going. And again, I'm really going to not try not to incorporate again love messages because this is supposed to be, life. And again, we might do love some other time. But I'm going to try to keep the messages in regards to life. Not for you. Essential meanings, a clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. So I don't know what that is. In the normal sense, one may think that's the case, right? Something's not for you. The rejection is God's protection. Um, what that can mean in this situation, I don't know. The oracle's message: there are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. I know that's right. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is the time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. So if we're talking just again in general life terms, maybe it's a job you're pursuing. Or maybe it's something again that maybe it's not the right time, it's not quite the right fit, maybe there needs to be some adjustments made, maybe it needs to be revisited again at a later time. Um, or maybe some things again that we need to let go of in order for new things to come in, and whatever that is. Again, this just could be just clinging on to past whatevers, mindsets, people, whatever it is. Um, but also, people may be wanting, things to go back to the way they used to be. That they shouldn't happen. Again, I don't know how awake my viewers are, but and again, we've got to be careful with kind of like how we word things on here. Um, so for more in regards to worldly events, I highly suggest you look at the Zero videos. You can access them from the playlist there. But again, these are just advertisements because I can't put them on here. I have to put them on another site. So it's for you to at least get to the other site, and you can watch them and be informed there in regards to worldly things. Um, but there is no going back. It was never planned. Again, I can't get into, you know what I'm saying? But I may direct you again to a place where you can know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Again, go to the home page. You can find the Rumble link there, or just go to the playlist and go to any one of the videos there. I haven't uploaded the most recent ones there, advertisement wise, but the most recent ones are the Acid Rain and the Riders on the Storm. Plus, I put other things on there too from other people, but you know what is from us because it'll say Lighthouse Media or it'll say Zero. But anything that is not from us will say, like in the documentaries from other people, etc. But I'm rambling. But again, we might be again looking at life like there is no going back. You understand what we're in right now. A lot of people don't understand what we're really in. Like I said, but if you want to know, watch the Zero videos. So we're needing to again let go of that notion because we're just getting started in regards to listen. We're going to be in this process all the way until 2030. So again, let go of any notions of things going back to, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. Um, Now, I'll skip over the relationship one because again, I'm trying to keep this about life stuff. Let's do the prosperity message. You can strategize and project and systemize and invest all your time and energy, but sometimes your best laid plans seem to go awry in spite of it all. Keep in mind that no effort is wasted. Fail fast and learn from defeats, then keep going. You will eventually succeed, although perhaps not at this game, not at this time. Know when to fold your cards. This is again just in regards to what efforts we're putting in where, being wise with our investments, whatever they may be, our time, our energy, our emotions. Because again, there's a lot of shit going on that is designed to persuade one's beliefs, to prey on one's emotions. So again, we're needing to know what's what. in regards to what is for our highest and best and what is not. And not allowing ourselves to be led down the primrose path to some shite at the end, frogs in boiling water kind of things. Again, you better know again what is going on, what things and agendas are playing out, and what is for your best and for humanity at large, and what is not. And there's a lot of things that are not. But again, I cannot say over here. Protection message. Don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There is nothing romantic about what is unavailable, no prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit, or I should say, that have been waving probably your whole life. But again, until you are awakened to how shit works here and what's really going on, and you're not living in the la la land that they have created for you to keep you distracted and asleep and not knowing what the fuck's going on here. Okay? Uh, we're needing to, again, pay more attention to, not to get involved in unnecessary dramas, not focus all of our place of information and one again we needing to step back and observe and watch and pay attention and watch out for again inconsistencies, lies, things that don't add up, not just being glazed over with again I can't, this is going to be tricky because believe me, I would like to say a whole lot of shit. But you know how it is here. I might even, but again, they have to be made private, which is kind of this is what I've got the other ones listed as. Again, as a way of protecting, but still being able to, you know what I'm saying? So I might even take these collective readings to the Rumble if I'm going to be more able to speak more openly there. This might be something I might consider because again, I have to keep stifling and not really. But if you're wise, you can read between the lines. And again, if you follow the zero videos, you know what's up. You know what's going on. And you know that you better be on your P's and Q's, and you better know that there are a lot of things that are looking to take away. Look, like I said, be informed and don't rely on the usual suspects for information because the usual suspects are part of the machine and they will churn out the information that they want you to have that again preys upon your emotions and tries to create belief systems around whatever particular belief that they want you to have. You know what I'm saying? Mhm. Again, spirit only wants what's best for you. So we're needing to see shit for what it is and know that again, this ain't for me. I'm not on board with whatever this is. And make sure again you're voicing that, and a lot of people are. I have a zero video that's going to be coming out that deals just with again the protests and the things. So that's also in the works, because believe me, there's a lot of people all over the world that are fighting for humanity right now. But you won't know it if you're relying again on the usual suspects for your information, because they ain't showing that. Because they don't want to encourage other people to be like, well, wait a minute, hold on. This shit ain't right. Something is afoot or whatever. They don't want people sharing information. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know. And the advice here is take action. Again, let your voice be heard. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for what's good for you and your family and humanity at large. You know, become involved in educating yourself in, again, the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is what their end goal is. And there's a lot of, again, distractions and a lot of things going along here that to distort or distract from the bigger picture. And they said the frog in boiling water, before you know it. They said just take a look at Australia. That'll give you an idea of what's ahead. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take action, a year from now. So again, within this next year, depending on what actions are taking, it's going to play a big part in how the next phase is going to roll out. And believe me, there is a phase, there is a plan, and there has been one for a long time, and it's rolling out. And again, and if you don't know what it is, you better know, because it's going to affect you and it's going to affect future generations. Big time. So, again, within the next year, all kinds of other shit's going to pop off. So you better be prepared. Better be prepared. And we got romance here. So this is, again, prioritizing your relationships, again, because those are going to be affected. There's a lot of divide and conquer things going on here. There's a lot of families and friends, and everybody's, again, division tactics, because some people, again, follow the usual suspects and believe the usual suspects because they've been conditioned their whole life to believe these. And again, and anything that goes against or anything that questions, it's like, you know. So this is causing a great divide amongst people right now. And we're going to see even more of that over the next year, because again, I can't, I wish I could just speak freely. Which is why, again, I try to speak through the zero videos. I try to lay it out for people. I try to show without telling you what to see. You know, this is the best teachers are the ones that show you things but don't tell you what to see. Again, so that's kind of like what I do. I try to leave my opinion out of things so much, but I try to organize things, because again, there's so much information. I got so many files and things. Every day I'm bombarded with just it's constant. Um, and I check various sources. And again, and I already know whatever's coming from the usual suspects ain't it. Whatever they're saying ain't it. Because it's, you got to rely more on your fellow man, the average citizen, people that are out there, people that are whatever. Because again, and even with that, not to say that there isn't, you know, set up shit too. Anybody can make a video. And there's a lot of actors out there. And again, a lot of times things are put out there and it looks real, because again, it's to get a reaction. It's to get people, and a lot of it is in fear mode or aggression or whatever it is. It's That's what it says. You gotta learn to control your emotional state as much as possible and be more the observer. Because when you detach emotionally from stuff and you just watch, you're able to discern better shit from shinola. So as I went on a tangent here again with the romance card, it speaks about relationships. You know, try not to let this time affect your relationships, but understand that it very well might, because again, belief systems are very strong, whether they be correct ones or not. People will still act a fool or be willing to die for, or be willing to kill for some beliefs, which again, and then we got yes here. So, and then communicate clearly. So the universe is again encouraging people to have a voice right now, because your voice is going to matter. Not just being quiet and going along and whatever, or thinking other people are going to take care again, because the train is rolling down the track. It's going. And believe me, and like I said, and this has been planned a long time, so they're not going to just give it up or go back to how it used to, or be. Well, we're in a battle right now. Again, some people don't realize what we're in, but again, I can't get into that here. But the universe is again encouraging people to seek truth, to speak truth, to also stand in their truth. Let your yeses be yeses and your nos be nos, because karmically, the weight that that holds is immeasurable in regards to people reaping what they're sowing. Because again, there has to be an agreement made, just like in an abusive relationship, right? Even though one of them is the victim and one is the aggressor, the other one is staying in that shit. So you're okaying that, you're agreeing to that, you whatever, because you what leaving relate, it's the agreement that's made. That's why karmically the lesson, I mean, obviously that person has a lesson to learn too, but the lesson is for you. Why you keep attracting these situations or these kind of people, or showing up the same way, or finding people that show up the same way. And it's usually dysfunctional or using whatever. The common denominator is you. You are allowing these situations. You're not recognizing your own wounding or your own tendencies to entertain bullshit. Same goes with everything else, right? So again, karmically, there's a lot of karmic stuff playing out right now. The Leo King is good. He's kind of touching up on that stuff. I think I mentioned before too. Divine Debut 11. She touches up on the astrology. Um, but again, no matter what, this time that we're in, it's playing out in so many different levels. You got the astrology part of it, that no matter what, the astrology part was going to happen, because it's the timing, it's the cycles, it's the whatever it is, right? The shift in humanity, the change in humanity. This is the time that we're in, and there's a struggle, there's a power struggle here, big time. And one of the powers wants to have complete total power over the other. And this is why, again, people need to stand up for themselves and not be willing to give up their whatever. Same thing that happens when you get these apps and you whatever. Everybody always clicks that thing, but nobody ever reads the terms and conditions, right? They never read the fine print. They just go along with, because they assume that it's okay or whatever. I mean, but in the fine print, they just signed their soul away, or they signed away all their rights, or they gave up whatever. And again, but if you ain't paying attention, which is why they distract you with whatever, you're going to miss the big picture. And again, the big picture has a lot to do with control. Reconsider. Again, and then you got remain positive and no need to worry. So some people might think, oh, there's no need to worry. Things will just go back to whatever. So they're not taking any action or they're not whatever again. And they need to, re-examine that shit, reconsider that shit. And again, take action. Do something because doing nothing is not an option, right? And then we have here, don't believe the hype. Some people are good talkers, but they rarely deliver. Be wary of those who conspire to deceive, to further their own agendas by blowing smoke up your ass. Exactly. This includes the usual suspects that deliver you your information, the people that are sitting in a certain colored house and in other places, other colored houses that, have say over certain people and things and whatever, again, a lot of people talking shit, a lot of gaslighting. There's a lot of, again, you better, you know what I'm saying? Inhale the good shit and exhale the bullshit. Life is full of ups and downs, good times and bad, lessons and blessings. The path of least resistance is the best. Learn to go with the ebb and flow. Release and allow. There are reasons and seasons. Find peace in the storm. Breathe. So, what the hell is going on now? Oh, get me out of here. Look at this, 27 minutes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to have half-hour reading, something fast. Look at this. Look at this already. We're already, I don't know. Maybe maybe this ain't going to be a daily drama. I don't know. Because again, I can never make them short. Hell no. This is not supported by the universe, and it's in your best interest to reconsider. That's what you had reconsidered here. So again, the universe is not supporting the things that are going on. So they're telling people again to be aware, to not believe in lies, to not just think they can sit by and do nothing, and that everything's going to be whatever, because it ain't. And at the same time, we got to, again, prioritize what's important, what's not, who's important, who's not. Try to, again, find some kind of peace in the storm, because as I said, we're just in the beginning of this. And what the hell no, I asked, well, what is this about, right? And there was toil and labor, journey. No, this wasn't here. I'm trying to think of the order because it was important. Oh, this was first, and then this, and then this, and then the dude, and this, and the high honor, and yeah, and these two are up top. So, you got the mature woman, which again could speak about the past, wisdom. Having wisdom, learning from the past. Again, those who don't know the past are often will repeat it. If you notice, a lot of stuff that's going on seems very similar to things that have gone on throughout history. Most recently, probably in the 40s, if you know what I'm saying. So again, watching patterns, look where things are heading, look what's being implemented. Does this seem familiar? You know what I'm saying? Then you have the public here. So again, learning from the past in regards to things that have happened in society. Watch kind of what's going on here. You got male and female, so I just look at this as the masculine and feminine. That's kind of under attack right now. You got the whole wanting to blur things, if you know what I'm saying. And this, of course, is an agenda in and of itself, but I can't get into that here. But there is an attack on the divine, and there's an attack on the masculine and feminine. There's an attack on the family unit. There's an attack on humanity's future to procreate on their own, if you know what I'm saying. Again, I can't get into things too much here. But this is, again, they're wanting people to pay attention to things, right? You got toil and labor and journey. You got certain things coming into play right now that are going to affect people's ability to work and travel, if you know what I'm saying. Certain passports, certain things like that. So again, learn from the past. This seems familiar. You know, this group of people can do things. This group of people cannot. These group of people are good. This group, again, everything repeating itself using the same old tactics because that's how you control and manipulate, and you know what I'm saying? And it usually leaves people like this. It leaves some people very well off, very much free, and it leaves other people imprisoned, impoverished, and on some dystopian shit. High honor, doing what's right for yourself, for humanity in the long term. Again, you better know what's going on because shit ain't adding up. And you better not be just going along with things and not again seeing the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, well, I don't know what to tell you. Oof. And then we got here perfection. That's root chakra. Impartiality. That's crown. Gratitude, third eye. And mysticism, third eye. So let's see what we got here. Perfection. I have the same high standards for myself as I have for others. So this is, again, doing right, having integrity, doing the right thing. And again, the right thing isn't always what it's painted to be. Some people are saying this is the right thing, but it's really a bunch of bullshit. It's usually trickery. It's usually some kind of something to get you to give up something so someone else can have control over again. You know what I'm saying? And also, again, respecting other people's rights to choose for themselves. God gives us all free will. And again, and if somebody wants to go jumping off a cliff, you know, that's on them. But don't be, you know, because you might not, they obviously don't know what some other people might know. And again, the whole division thing that's going on and turning people against and trying to paint certain people as whatever, when really they're the ones that are probably got something that you should be open to finding out about. Then we also have the inspiration. Are you being too hard on yourself and consequently on others? Begin to look for what's right and good in your world and you will see it. So this is, again, stop allowing the powers that be to put people in boxes and labels and groups and segregating and focusing on differences and dividing, and because that's how they operate. Because united is much more powerful than divided, right? So if you can be looking at your fellow man some kind of way or feeling some kind of way, then it's working. And again, protect your mind. and your soul and your feelings, because there's a lot of vultures out there from the time you come into this world to the time you leave that want to have complete and total control over your perceptions, your beliefs, your emotions, so that they can get you to do what they want you to do for the most part, right? Um, And you have here, where am I presently focusing? Knowing what's right and telling others about it might not be the best way of being. So you got these other people, again, who want to come across as self-righteous or try to tell other people what they should be doing, or how, again, because they're believing the narratives or the usual suspects. So again, everybody thinks that they're right because of whatever their belief is. So again, it's more division stuff, and maybe people need to be a little more open, as I'll get to these cards here, open and to learning new perspectives on new things, because there might be some pieces that one is missing. And the more informed, the better. And again, to learn to not be so trusting, because you've been conditioned to trust in certain figures, institutions, whatever it is, because it's just what we do. We just automatically trust, again, which is foolish. Because if you look at history and you look at the track record of things, it's the last thing you should be doing is trusting. Um, Key ideas: alienating others, feeling alienated, seeking perfection, deeply desiring love, transformation ahead. Uniqueness, friendship, acceptance. So this is about, again, accepting people for their differences, but not focusing on them, not making such a big thing about it. Because there are more things that humans have in common than they do as far as being different. Because really, a lot of people's identity is wrapped up in their beliefs. And their beliefs are what they've been conditioned to believe in through family, through society, through power structures, through school systems, through entertainment, through whatever influences that have shaped a personality, which is a culmination of all of these outside things, and a lot of them are false. That's why the question always comes down to, do you know who you are? Because half of who you think you are is based in bullshit, in truth. Whether that be fashion or whatever it is, all these things that make up, again, not to say that we can't enjoy these things and that whatever, but know that it's not who you are. Your clothes, your job, it's not who you are. What you own, your material things. These are parts of the 3D things. It's not anything based in who you are at the core. So again, that's why they try to focus on classism, racism, all these isms and boxes and new terminologies and new kind of things, because again, it's to create chaos and division and confusion and separateness. And so people again are picking out all these trivial shit that at the end of the day, it isn't who they are anyway. It's just who they believe that they are. Or this belief, this idea, or this ideal whatever, or whatever it is. Again, it's understanding you live in a world of lies, and that'll help you become disillusioned to a lot of things, right? And this is also about appreciating the people that you have in your life. And again, because there's a lot of attack happening right now on family units, on friendships, on, again, the male and the female, just in general. in the future of the human race in general, and its ability to again procreate on its own, to be free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you got mysticism. You are not to know. So sometimes we are uncertain about the future. We don't know what's going to happen, right? But believe me, there are things playing out. So the more you know, the more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be at being impartial in certain situations. Again, being the observer more than you are the person getting involved. Not that you shouldn't get involved, but again, pick which things you get involved with. Not everything warrants a response or an emotional reaction, especially if you're dealing with any kind of online stuff. It's like, put down that phone. You don't even have to deal with that nonsense. Again, and there's so many traps here where you can be distracted or have your energy exerted from you so that you don't again focus on the important things or even just yourself daily. You're letting yourself get so absorbed in everybody else's shit. um Key ideas: ignoring signs or unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, and journey. You got journey here too. Like again, most people don't realize the times that we're in, the journey that they're on, right? And how this is going to echo through time. What's going on right now, it's going to affect future generations. So again, we had the thing about the red flags. Don't ignore shit that seems whatever. Don't be so quick to discard somebody else's viewpoint or whatever who may be showing something that you know. Or again, as far as sharing certain things, but also know too that, this is just getting started. And we don't know how ugly it's going to get. So pick your circle, get with like-minded people, and form your alliances because it will help you get through these times for sure. We also have intuition and courage, uncharted territory. Again, nobody knows what the heck's going to happen next, but the more prepared you are, the better. This includes stocking up on things, being prepared for if the internet went down, if the power went down, if you couldn't access money. Like these are the kind of things people need to be thinking of because believe me, like I said, there was all kinds of stuff rolling out here, and you don't want to be ass out. So get your house in order, get your things in order, just in case some shit pops off, so you'll have enough supplies to make it through for a while. Um, and here, even inspiration message: it is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. And we also have personal inquiry. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. So again, if something seems a little off, it's because it is. And I've already spoken about being the observer, right? And knowing again that that we're in a spiritual battle right now. So there's your mysticism. You better. And then we got gratitude. Again, this is kind of reiterating on what I've already said. Friendships, deep love, nurturing, unconditional love towards ourselves or others. Again, having compassion. Everybody operates from their own levels of awareness. Try to have compassion for your fellow man again, and not allow the powers that be to manipulate your emotions and your thoughts so that where you are again attacking everybody's the enemy because this is what they want. It also speaks about pregnancy. As I've spoken already, again, as I said, about the male and the female and the future of you know what I'm saying? Gratitude raises our vibration. Again, everything right now is all about low vibration shit. Anger, aggression, lies, deception, control. It's all low vibration shit. You look at entertainment, you look at what they push, you look at what they're trying to get people to start speaking like, or thinking like, or dressing like, or whatever it is. They're trying to, again, form the way society is. They dictate, again, what's cool, what's not, what again, moving into the fourth industrial revolution, all these, again, merging people with machines, and again, look what I'm trying to tell you here without saying it. People are needing to focus again on higher vibration stuff, because again, light overpowers the darkness. Right now though, the darkness is winning, because people don't see the light. They don't even seek it. They rely too much on just being spoon fed, or again, the usual suspects to play mommy daddy figures and to dictate to them, what they should do, what they should not do, again, what you should think, what you can say, where you can go. Again, it's the illusion of authority figures, which is a figment of conditioning, because in truth, no other human has any power or authority over you unless you give it to them. This is how the powers that be got in the position that they've gotten into, because they made people think that you needed them to be in order to, again, people go every 4 years to, again, it's the energy exchange, it's the co-signing on your agreement to partake in whatever bullshit this is, because you want to believe that there's a good guy in there somewhere who's, again, wings of the same bird. But I can't get into that shit here. But again, recognizing shit from Shinola, and understand that your common man is more your friend than anybody in any position of authority is. Okay? Think of the snake in the Garden of Eden, tempting with the apple, you know? Or the wicked woman in Snow White tempting with the apple. An apple a day keeps a doctor away. If you get what I'm trying to say, right? It's the same. The apple is signifying something else, or the dangling carrot, or whatever it is that they try to get you to go along with, whatever the fuck bullshit they got going. Impartiality. I quietly listen, allowing you to color your own palette. So this is, again, trying to be, you know, this whole thing about sides, the whole left right paradigm. Again, it's all bullshit. It's a show. It's a shit show. All puppets for the same thing. There is no, you know what I'm saying? Recognizing, again. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. You know what I'm saying? Personal inquiry. If I step back from my present situation, what do I see? Again, what do you see? A lot of people are looking, but they're not seeing. Keywords: guide, open-mindedness, and fairness. Neutral positions, allowing things to unfold, standing in another's shoes, uplifted communication. Again, speaking positive is much better than speaking negative, right? And they got so many people, again, looking to hate other people or other groups or other things, again, based on bullshit. Um, Take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. Look at that. See, 48 minutes, and we haven't even gotten to the other friggin' cards over here. inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self care. This is always, again, reminding oneself that a lot of our belief systems or behavior patterns stem from, again, conditioning, whether that's, again, going through the indoctrination process through the schools, or whether that's the religious upbringings, whether that's, stuff that's passed down from generations. Again, ignorance that's passed down, not in any malicious way. It's just because people don't know better. People just repeat what they've been told. Most people's belief systems are based in hearsay. They believe what they believe because they were told that it was true. They haven't performed any things to validate its truth or falseness. They just automatically take it as truth. And as a person, again, who's dealt with narcissists, who knows about the various personality disorders, who's an intuitive also, as well as being able to sense lies and deception, though at times we let our hearts want to paint a different picture and we ignore the red flags, and then we end up fucking ourselves over in the end, because again, we didn't pay attention to what we were seeing. We seen what we want to see. We thought, well, only if they, again, that passive role. No, you want change to happen, you got to change it. Not wait for somebody else to change, not think someone else is going to come along. Other people think, oh, Jesus is coming back, or God wouldn't let this happen. Again, free will is what God gives. It's up to you to recognize, again, to not be so naive like a child and be so easily led, because again, that's the child wanting to believe that the authority figure or the whoever that they look up to cares about them and is telling them the truth. And so therefore they have a question. Again, a lot of this stems from just childlike innocence that everybody still has to a degree, because again, so many willingly believe in things that they're just told, that they've never proven, that they've never seen with their own eyes. And again, a lot of people aren't ready for that. A lot of people aren't ready to accept that, because they wrap their whole identity around their belief systems. Whether, again, it's cultural things that'll pass down because, again, you trusted the source that it came from. And you wouldn't want to think that that source would be telling you this because they want to hurt you or lie to you or lead you astray. Again, a lot of stuff is just passed down through ignorance. People don't know any better. They believe it because that's what they were told, and their parents were told that, and their parents were told that. And again, it's almost like you plant the seed and the weed grows on its own. You don't have to do anything, which is what a lot of this was set back in motion a long time ago. They just plant the seed and they allow things to just repeat the thing. They don't even have to put any more effort in. This is kind of like how society is formed, right? But again, we can't be like naive children, and we also have to think about the children, the future of humanity, right? Because it's a lot of the children are suffering now because of adult shit. So again, gratitude, as I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. This is again being grateful. We got gratitude twice because it's an energy, right? Positive energy overpowers negative any day, right? Trying to be grateful for the things you have, appreciate the things you have, appreciate that every day is an opportunity to, again, speak your truth, stand in your truth, do what is right for you and your family and for the world at large. And, and again, and it doesn't necessarily mean that, well, that's what I'm doing. I went out. Again, if you're listening to the usual suspects, again, maybe you think you're doing the right thing, but you're really not. That's why we're needing to, again, be open to dialogue, conversation, which is why they don't want people conversation, which is why they want to control how people get information, who can congregate. How, again, be aware of bigger pictures. Hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. Again, yes, we can hope and hope and hope. Keep hope alive, but hope also requires effort. You can't be waiting for someone else to come along and save the day. It's up to you to save yourself. It's that conditioning, you know, those parental figures that adults still look for to take care of things. So they put people in positions of power or whatever because, again, we'll let them handle it. But meanwhile, they ain't handling. Well, listen, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Truth. I'm lovingly honest with myself and others. In open your heart, I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. So this is again what they don't want. They don't want people's hearts to be open. They don't want people to join together. They don't want people to see the truth. They don't want people to stand in their truth. They don't want people to be wise. They don't want people to be free. They don't want people to be what they should be. It's all about control. You know what I'm saying? We got Four of Wands, the Emperor, the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, Justice. And this Justice here, you got some richly dude, and then you got the poor one. There's your classism right here. What's fair and just here? The elites seem to be whatever, and then the common man is over here like begging for scraps, right? This is karma that's playing out now. That's why, again, know what's up, and know what you stand for, and know who you are. Because again, the scales of justice are playing out here, and what's going to win? The Sith or the Jedi, basically, right? You know, because again, a lot of people word things in certain ways and they play nice music in their little advertisements as they're telling you. You look at drug company commercials, right? Oh, your leg may fall off, you might lose two eyes, you might have, you might turn purple or whatever, but you won't have the headache anymore. And everybody's all skipping through tulips and happy music are playing. And again, it's the bullshit. See through the bullshit. It's like I'd rather have the headache than have all this other shit. Know how psychology is used on you from cradle to grave. Understand that everything in your world is manipulated for a reason. It's so that you don't know what's real in a world that's fake. You don't know what's truth from lie because, again, most people just take what's said to them as facts. And they don't even, and they're too lazy to even look as they distract you again with bread in the circuses, concerts, and again, not that you can't enjoy concerts, not that you can't enjoy ball games, not you can, but see it for what it is. A lot of it is distractions to keep people thinking that they're happy living in a propagandized world that's really like a slave system. That's going to get worse if people don't wake up. Again, home life, what's important? Happy homes. We got homes being jacked up. People don't know what's going on with their living situations. People are feeling busted and tired. They don't know what their security is going to be from one day to the next. They're like trying to put in efforts and maybe they're not, you know, seeing anything. They're unsure. They're trying to, look at and assess situations, look what's happened over the past, almost 2 years now. We've been in this almost 2 years now, right? And then you got Queen of Cups here, which is all about intuition. It's all about nurturing. It's all about motherhood. Again, the feminine energy, right? The family unit, the home life, our emotions, right? Stay grounded in one's emotions. Don't get lost too much in the fantasies and the illusions. Again, knowing what is important, what is, of the heart space, right? Um, and trying to, again, work together with people, right? And then we have the lovers here. Again, I was speaking about, Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. This is kind of what we're playing out. And if you don't know, like I said, you better watch the Zero videos because the Bible is playing out. This again speaks about the male female roles. It speaks about a very important decision or action that is going to lead to long term consequences. Again, if people are not wise in regards to what they are putting in their bodies, as she eats the apple, right? And she becomes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, again, just being wise in our decisions of what we put in our bodies, because it can affect, again, the long, as the snake is slithering off, right? Again, because we got, again, one person benefiting and one person not, based on, again, what this person is now putting into their body, or what this person is telling them that they should put into their body, right? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Take it. And then another 6 months, you got to take another one. And then another one. It never ends because it's not, again, I don't want to get too much into stuff over here. But if you know what I'm saying, one must find the strength and courage to, again, overcome the devil. Because that's what the strength card is about. Overcoming the devil. And the devil talks about control, toxic control. It speaks about karma. It speaks about Saturn. So again, shit's going down around you, and you better make wise choices, and you better see who benefits and who doesn't, and you better be strong in your convictions, and you better know who the fuck you are, and not let other people dictate who you are, or what box you should be in, or under what category you should be in, or what you should think, or what you should say, or what you should wear, or what you should eat, or what you should go, or whatever the situation is. That control shit is for the fucking birds. Because I'll be damned. I know what I went through in a past lifetime, and that's probably why I feel the way I feel in this one. In one of my past lifetimes, I was around during the 40s. I was a Jewish nurse, and I'll tell you the story. This is the story. I was a Jewish nurse in a Nazi camp during the things that went on there. And as I mentioned in my other reading about the ill-fated love, or the whatever, how again this is repeating in this life. The same thing happened in previous life. I'm not going to talk about that one, but this particular life had to do with, again, during that time. And I fell in love with a German doctor, and the people were jealous, and they reported it, and they shaved my hair. She said I had gorgeous hair, and they shaved my hair to shame me, and then they shot him in front of me to show people that this kind of thing is not allowed, right? So again, this is the whole, and again, how I relate it to, it's kind of the same thing as playing out now during a similar time of, again, of events, of common themes. Again, the whole forbidden love, the whole dystopian thing that's going around. Again, how things repeat in lifetimes. It's interesting because you have an opportunity to change something, to transform some karma that you brought in from that past life, to right wrongs so that justice can be served, to learn lessons, to all of these things. But again, that's why I talk about how looking back on history, this could even be our own past lives. We reincarnated during this time to be going through this kind of stuff because, again, maybe we were here back in the old Egypt days. You know, maybe people were here in the times of Atlantis. Again, history is repeating itself. Who's to say that every 500 years they don't cull the herd? Again, I'm getting into topics here that are questionable. I don't know. Hopefully, this is going to be all right. I may again move this kind of thing over to Rumble because I feel like I have to stifle myself and not really say what I want to say. I don't even know if I'd be allowed to do it there, even with a private video. I don't know. But again, try to read between the lines, try to understand what I'm saying to you, that you're in a time that, again, is pivotal in human history right now. Pivotal. And it's going to dictate the future of humanity and where it goes. And there's a lot of people who, again, want to dictate that because they have since ancient times. And they rewrite history and they tell, the new herd whatever stories they want them to think, and they think that that's the truth. And again, and it just continues and it continues and it continues, and you'll always have the tips of the pyramid trickling down and the common man being on the bottom, the serf class, because that's the way it always is, because they cannot see the shit for what it is, and they will always be part of this system where there is no justice for the common man, and the others always come out on top, just like they always have. But maybe now there's a chance for something to change. Maybe again, with all this astrological stuff going on, maybe again, when you have all these people waking up, all these people speaking out, a shift can maybe happen where that paradigm, that system, that whatever can be changed. Because as history has shown, it ain't about racism or this, all these different labels. It's classism. That's the real problem. And it will always be a problem because the people up here control all of your information, your education, your entertainment. They control everything, your religion, everything. And that's how they have people fighting against each other. They have, again, it's a show. And remember, the great Oz in The Wizard of Oz was just a man behind a curtain who knew a lot of tricks. And that's kind of what you're dealing with here. A lot of men behind curtains just know a lot of tricks. And I still wouldn't chuck off that alien invasion because, again, and it ain't gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you right now. It'll be real in the sense where there might be some real ships and stuff, but it ain't from outer space. Let me put it that way. But that's another video. But I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't be so quick to believe everything that you see or hear. Because especially in this day and age, we get the deep fakes, you get all the, again, people are very quick to believe something is the truth. And it's, again, to get them to react to that in a way that whoever is putting out that information wants you to react. So again, be the observer more. Pay attention, and you'll start to see the cracks. Be open to new sources of information, because somebody else might know a little something that you don't. Or be open again to share what you know. But be wise, because again, just like with past situations, we got a lot of snitches hotlines, and again, the people who think they're doing the right thing, but really they're fucking everybody up. you know. But anyway, The Sounds of Silence, Simon and Garfunkel. That's one of the songs for the collective. Wake Up Everybody by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. That's another song for the collective. Tabloid Junkie by Michael Jackson. Just because you read it in a magazine or see it on the TV screen, don't make it factual. Yeah, everybody wants to read all about it. That's the he tried to tell people, change the world. That's the Captain EO song. We are here to change, gonna change the world. The MJ song, Captain EO, gonna change the world. You people here, like I said, the times that we're in, people have the opportunity to change the world for the better. So that, again, the scales of justice are more balanced and you don't have one part benefiting and the other person's not. So, yeah, this is your time to change the world. And this is also to remind you what a wonderful world by Louis Armstrong. This is, again, still finding time to appreciate the birds and the trees and the nature and your family and whatever your friends or whatever you've got that's in your life that's important, because at the end of the day, that's what's important. And finding again gratitude where you can amongst the chaos, because that'll help to keep you somewhat balanced in some way. Ain't no stopping us now. McFadden and Whitehead. That's for all the people that are out there having a voice, being proactive, taking action, standing up for what's right, standing up for justice, standing up for what's fair, speaking out against the lies. Universe is telling you to go for it. And then we got Cats in the Cradle by Harry Chapin. You know the song. Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man and the moon. When you coming home, said I don't know when, but we'll get together then. It's about, again, time is fleeting. And sometimes you don't understand the importance of a moment until it passes. Right? And the importance of this time won't be noticed until it passes, because it can go one of two ways. And if it goes another way, again, people will look back and say, I wish we would have done something when we had the opportunity to. This is, again, about understanding the importance of not wasting time and the opportunity to make a change, whether that be in your own personal life or in regards to the collective as a whole, as far as humanity. And lastly, we got Can You Feel It by the Jacksons. So there's your songs, there's your message, and I hope that, it's 1:14. Should we grab a couple of these? You know me, I like to grab a couple extras. Um, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? What other messages you have for the collective? Harmony makes the song of life sweeter. Chakra balance. harmony, getting along with each other, and not allowing the powers that be keep people divided over lies and bullshit and conditioning and narratives and whatever the fuck. Bad actors, false flags, whatever the fuck. Like I said, I gotta watch what I say because, again, what are the messages you got for the collective here? Trust. Throat chakra. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Again, don't just blindly trust people. Don't just blindly trust in something that you're told. Trust your intuition. Like I said, when something seems a little off, it's because it is. Another advice you got on the collective. Listening, throat chakra. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. And again, people attacking each other. People want to, because they think that their belief is correct and the other one is wrong. And again, not willing to be open to learning from each other, to be open to new information, and to, again, hear what people got to say and be not so quick to shut down alternative thoughts, ideas, etc. Because again, there might be pieces that you're missing. Foundation, root chakra. The foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. So again, having a strong constitution within yourself, knowing who you are, and not letting any outside thing, person, whatever, dictate to you that, or what you should be, or how it is, or whatever the fuck. Because again, when you're a child, you have your parents who tell you what to do. You don't need it as an adult. They want you to think you do, though. Again, know who you are. And don't let anybody try to take your soul. Anything else you want to tell the collective? Solar plexus chakra, manifestation. Manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. Again, you can create change if you're, again, confident, know who you are, knowing what's right and what's wrong, knowing what's fair and just, truly. And again, looking at all the key players involved and looking to see who benefits from what, right? And believe that, there is strength in numbers. There is strength in togetherness. There's no strength in separation, right? I know that, again, you can create whatever change it is that you want to, whether that's in your personal life, but it takes, again, believing, having confidence, taking action, right? Anything else? Sacral chakra, creation. The flames of destruction will ignite a rebirth. So again, something's got to change. These paradigms, these things, there needs to be a paradigm shift. Something needs to change. And the end of the old will ignite the new. And then, of course, you had love. Heart chakra, love is a verb. So make it your most treasured action. Again, think of how much happier people would be and how much more peace they would be if people would focus on that as opposed to hate, right? What other messages you got? Might as well go in since we're in. Any other messages? You are always in my heart. So that's the universe letting you know that you're cared for, right? Maybe telling you to let other people that you care for know that you care for them. Again, support systems. Finding support systems. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and light unto my path. Right? Words of wisdom that light your way. Here at the lighthouse, and me being the hermit. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I try, though I'm not a he. But this is also obviously in regards to the higher source. You know, we search for our strength in the darkest moments. Usually, that's when we connect, right? So get your spiritual grounding because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. That's for sure. Anything else? Any other last words? Today, may your soul be at peace. So that's good, I think. We shall leave it there. So that is the daily drama. If I can try to make them shorter, I really would like to because, again, most people, I don't know, most people probably won't sit through an hour and 20 minutes. You know, they like fast food drive-through service because again, they've been programmed to. People have short attention spans now because they're so used to everything being quick and immediate and fast and whatever, even though there is no substance to usually that. It's usually exactly what it is. On the surface, quick. There's no, you know, but here we deliver the full meal. You get the appetizer, you get the meal, and you get the dessert. We try to give you as much guidance as you possibly can get from what here, and you're better able to apply it in your life than some quick 15-minute reading that's just scratching the surface, that's just talking about, again, you know, when the toxic X is coming back. These kind of things, again, is just, how is this going to help you? It'll only help you stay stuck. My goal is to help get you unstuck. So yes, the readings may be longer, and I tend to focus more on you and less on them because again, it's about you. It's about your life. It's about your journey, and it's about your healing. And everything else then will fall into place. And you won't be coming looking for toxic exes or whatever the hell the situation is that keeps you again in patterns, because we're going to the root so we can pull that shit out if it's a weed, right? Or clear the debris if it can be salvaged and grow stronger. This is what we try to do here. So as I've spieled again, yeah, let's grab a few of these because you know I gotta transformation, right? And responsibility again. Only you can save you. Being responsible for oneself and not thinking something outside of you is going to come in and save the day or take care of it or whatever, because when you release power and control over things that are going to affect your life and you put that in someone else's hands, well, you know what I'm saying? Oftentimes it doesn't end well. Inspiration. Find some inspiration to take the lead. Expectancy and faith. So I don't know. You know, we can expect the worst, but we still got to have faith, you know, or we're expecting that our faith will save us. We're needing to take, personal responsibility again in order for things to change. We have to be inspired to take the action to make it happen. Right? Right. And on that note, until next time, take care.